What's standing between me and $500 is just the best Eternal Return players in North America. Like, really, if you guys could fuck off, I'm trying to buy a Snorlax beanbag chair. They're kind of expensive. I entered a tournament about a month ago for a $1,000 prize pool. I ended up getting out in the first round. Although a bit of a discouraging experience, I decided I'm gonna try another tournament. So I entered Ayumi, a pretty big Twitch streamer on the Eternal Return section, her tournament called Ayumiya Island Halloween Solo Edition, whatever you want to call it. And this is pretty much the format of the tournament. There's half the groups this time as there was the last tournament, so that means 9 qualify instead of 6, so that's already got me feeling a little good, but I think the competitions in the group are a little more intense. In my group, after my scouting, I saw I had 6 Titan players, a handful of Diamond players, and then some players around my Elo and Plat. So going into the tournament, I was ranked about 12th in my group if you would stack everyone's Season 3 final placements. So I'm going to have to hit up a little above my weight class if I want to qualify to the next round. So out of these Titan players, I have Nine Cash, who is a Chiara player, which I don't love that matchup for Adri. You got Mizroy, who I actually competed against in the last tournament, and we had a run-in. And then there's the #1 rated player from Season 3, Waterfudge. I was pretty spooked because I've seen him play Lennox before, but honestly, he plays like, I don't know, every champion, so I don't really know what to expect. Also for the tournament, I had to turn on test subject mode, which pretty much means I don't know who I'm playing against. I don't know who I'm fighting. So I could be fighting someone around my level of play, or I maybe just ran into Waterfudge. A few more things before we get into the gameplay. Here were the runes, or the augments, that I was taking if you're into that kind of thing. And also, here is the rank and point distribution. It's kind of nice because it's almost weighted more towards placement than it is kills, so I'm not necessarily going to have to frag out to qualify. So I opted for my old smoke bomb build because really the new ones that are coming out, that mostly Slim, the best Adri NA, has been putting into the Discords, those put you in a pretty aggressive position. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm a bit of a rat. Especially in these competitions, I really only want to take fights I know, and I don't want to put myself out there too early. So yeah, we're gonna go Av Beach Uptown Factory. It's pretty quick, but I risk getting griefed at Uptown. That's pretty much the downside, and I don't get to build Plasma Arc, which feels kind of meta. I'm not gonna talk too much more about my pathing, but I ran this all 3 games. I got pretty lucky that no one was going Beach or Uptown in their first zone, so they were never picked through. If you want my play-by-play, I have a video pretty much going through my thought process doing this route, so check that out if you're more interested in that. Even though I'm feeling a little nervous, I started to get my confidence up. There's a meteor dropping down in factory, boom, no one can test, free meteor for me. I'm scanning the lobby thinking, who did Waterfudge pick? And I think he got auto-locked Shoichi and he just rolled with it, so it'd be like that. A lot of farm later, and I'm eventually able to get my Force Core off of Bear, and then I'm going to be able to upgrade to the Didactic Prism, which is pretty exciting. That's a pretty big upgrade for me. I might scrap a little along the way, but for the most part, I'm just farming up, and I eventually run into an Emma. Little did I know, this Emma was one of those Titan players I was telling you about, Mizroy, and we got into it quite a bit. Mostly, he'd poke me down and I'd run red to the next zone, then to the next zone, then to the next zone. Eventually, I fight back. I actually chunk him down pretty well, but I can't chase because Emma's doing Emma things. And I eventually get shoved into a third party where I die at 9th, which really sucks because 8th place gets you 5 points and 9th only gets you 3. But on the plus side, Waterfudge on Shoichi and Nine Cash on Chiara end up cleaning the lobby. Because it was so heavily weighted towards the front, with 3 points, I'm only a couple points off the cutoff. Going into game 2, I had to change my game plan. I have to be a little more aggressive if I want to qualify. I got to pick up some kills along with getting a good placement. I'm scouting the lobby, and I know a lot of Jackie players are just kind of ratting, and they're not really looking to fight, and I think these are some kills that I might be able to pick up. So that's kind of in the back of my mind. Fight the Jackies, fight the Jackie. Other than that, I want to make more of an effort to get Wick. I honestly didn't know who was playing what this round. Nine switched off a Chiara. He ended up going Bernice, no idea. And then Waterfudge, I don't know what he was doing. Like, he was on his boy Zukai this time. What I forgot to mention, this was broadcasted to like 100-something people, so I was a little nervous, but I refused to pull up the stream because one, I don't want to hear what the commentators or the chat are saying about my play while I'm playing, and two, it feels kind of cheating the system of the whole test subject rule. But pretty much all 3 rounds, the casters were only talking about how the Burgundy item was broken and crit characters are popping off. And I'm just kind of sitting here like, well, I'm gonna keep playing my spellcaster auto attack Adriana. So I'm rolling out of factory. I'm pretty kill hungry at this point, and I find a Hyjin who is down bad. No chest piece, missing an accessory. We're gonna go for it, and here's how it ended up.
Way whatsoever, so that definitely could be an opportunity. Lillipedal, however, they're getting chased down. Yeah, this is the, oh my god, look at the damage output from that Adriana. No chance for this Legend to run.
Yeah, they just kind of call me the Adriana player. As I was watching the replay back, the whole time I'm like, please, say my name. Say my name. I just need that ego boost, please. And then I find a Sylvia who I feel like I can kill. I'm poking her around, and here's how the play went down.
Oh, that is going to be a terrifying Bernice to look at if he gets Burgundy. Oh my god, what the heck is that damage? Whoa, okay. Alright, the auto attacks from the smoke bomb just doing absolutely incredible amount of damage. That is Sylvia getting taken down very low as well. There's the fire escape to try to run in, and there's the bike saving the Sylvia's life. But what was that damage? Oh my.
I was that close off of a Molly in getting that kill. That would have been big, a second kill in that game, but you know what? I'm feeling confident. I'm taking good fights. We're rolling. And as I'm dicking around in factory with this Kathy, Wick goes over to the Bernice, which is the lobby leader. If you want any idea on how augments can kind of make a character a bit busted, here's a clip for you.
No, Minimap, no, don't do this to me. No, okay, we do have Waterfudge who is slowly walking. Okay, they're slowly walking. What is that? No!
That is Goliath and Quench right there. No. That is Goliath and Quench right there. That combination is so strong.
So eventually, I wait for night 3 and wait to see where I can TP. I decide to go to Hotel because Avenue has a scary Bernice and the other places are pretty much packed to the brim. I exchange a little mastery trade with Waterfudge, and then I just kind of slip around when I get the chance. But then, I'm not gonna lie, I get a little greedy. This lead dial-in walks up a little too close, and I kind of commit some resources to her, and in doing that, I pop up on the map for a few people, one being Fed Bernice. I fire escape over the wall, and what do you know? Karma bites me in the ass, and I gave that lead dial-in a kill. Cool. But hype enough, I am now ranked 9th. So one more game to close it out. I just have to keep my position. The only issue is there's a lot of good players on my heels that are only a few points off. You got Misroy, you got Lillipedal, like it's gonna be a sweaty one. I definitely have to perform in this last game. Starting off this game, I finished my build and I'm an aggro Andy. I'm running after this heart. I'm looking for a fresh kill, but like my heart video suggests, I get ulted and it's kinda whatever. I dig it. I think about contesting this alpha, and then I see Waterfudge on 11 doing some weird shit. Next up, I run into a Rio. And traditionally, I don't really like this matchup. She has range, and she can kind of jump around out of my spells, so it gets a little dicey, but I was a little higher in mastery, so I took the fight, and here's how it went.
Happening, this Hotel being a little bit of a breeding ground for fights at this point. We have a small fight over towards Factory as well. Okay, there's a smoke screen. This is going to be enough for the Rio. No, it is not going to be enough for the Rio. So a very clean kill for the Adriana player. they also need these points as well. The smoke bomb definitely working to their favor in game number 3.
And really, in this game, I'm just riding the yellow zones, yellow to yellow, just kind of playing for placement almost. I go for Wick, and Avenue is about to close, so she rotates, and I don't get to see my queen. But you know what? I still have a chance. Wick's still coming in. The Fed 11 gets it. That's fine though. That's fine. I'll farm up. We're big chillin'. We're big chillin'. Eventually, last zone rolls around. There's 7 people still alive, which is quite a lot. I honestly am just looking for 5th because I think that will push me through. And I kind of just sit in this bush while the other people are fighting it out. If anyone came close to me, I drop a drone on them. It doesn't do anything except give me vision, but it kind of spooks people. So the time's ticking down. It's about to be final zone. I'm a very patient player, and I know my timer's okay since I got that kill. So we're just kind of vibing, feeling it out, and here's the final result.
Sandwich, but it's going to turn around. A couple of players just kind of running around. Why is the inside chapel so freaking full at the moment? I almost said a bad word, but that's okay because I changed the word that I said. But look at the player density inside the chapel at the moment. They're actually gonna, a couple of players are going to leave. There's Nine Night Cash walking into a bunch of traps. So that will most likely be Nine Night Cash falling. No, they're gonna hat trick and change out. Nine Night Cash is still running Mizroy along for a ride. 6 seconds remaining, 5 seconds remaining. The kill credit will go over towards Mizroy. We have fights happening inside the chapel as well, as you guys can see on your screens. I was just looking away for a moment. That will be the Jackie falling as well due to the timer. And it's going to come down to the Adriana as well as the Leon trying to fight it out inside of. Look at the damage output from that flamethrower. Oh my goodness. And that will be Lily Rabbit getting taken down by the Adriana. And the final 2.
So I'm feeling good. I'm pogging. And then I look at who I still have to fight, and it's the Emma. So I trade some autos and get hit by a lot of hats. And eventually I dash in over the smart bomb, and yeah, that's all she wrote. But with all those kills and a 2nd place finish, I was feeling good. I was feeling great. And looking at the final score, I got bumped up from 9th all the way to 5th. And the funny thing is, if I was able to get that Sylvia kill, if I was able to maybe finish 1 place ahead in the 2nd game, then I probably would have gotten 3rd, which would have been a pretty big ego boost for me. So probably for the best that I didn't. I was super hyped how I placed. Obviously, I got 12th in the qualifiers in my last tournament. And in this one, with presumably a bit of a harder bracket than I had last time, I got 5th. So I was pretty jazzed, even if it was pretty front loaded. And even if the commentators did say it wasn't a very competitive tournament because of all the changes that Nimble Neuron has implemented in the preseason, I still had fun, and I really was out there trying my best, and I think I got a good result because of that. The next stage of the tournament is going to be scheduled for next week. It's going to be on a Yumi stream. I'm going to leave that in the description if you're interested in watching. Other than that, props to her and her community for putting this on. It's super cool that people are doing these grassroots Eternal Return tournaments. Other than that, you guys should sub to me, because if I get clouded enough, maybe they'll call me Adritoma instead of that Adriana player. That would be hype. But no, I'm messing. I'm gonna see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Peace.
Check me out, y'all. I can burn anything I want now. Going up in flames!